Baumia.
I join.
Munapu.
Now put him on I just Baumia and answer by me. Now we can answer. Baumia di olokuno mo shedem bia or bomb put me bubi kurati na pu.
And yet Baumia na kobo na pudin so many animator. Could be na pu. Last come on, Baumia 28. Kashanto come on to aba. Baumia for come on to aba. I said I also can say last season. What are you telling me this morning? Now we don't catch no. Busa said. And person the 5 northern region. Kashanto to aba. Listen to aba. Napo is an account candidate. So all the account constituency. It is never ever true. Never ever true. Napoya can but being a strong one in a strong base in the history of the NPP. Mountain power any 65% in the NPP. See a 2 about Ashanti region. Now we are below 70%. What fail? If you want to win power, what fail? Ashanti region man NPP more than 30 seats. La sisi. Baumia when Napo was coming. When Napo was coming. How many seats are now NPP? Baumia Krom. I'm asking you. Baumia Krom MDC for when Napo was coming. Name before how many seats to Ashanti region? Remember in Baumia be good. Napo the savage party. Now there's some can in say. Now when I say day. Na Napo Ashanti region. The impact of Napo in this kind of elections. What's it? I don't know we deliberator now. One of one in crowd be card there no be a recipe for a be a bomb. Monfrey test kon buy. They are also betraying the test con. Me say do baby to nsakra the fresh test con form point for so mama na test con for kra program. Ni sika be baba o ma. Open ko for ba ko MPP form nya hwe kra test con for. Nkwase adwuma pa. Say yemfa youth no especially party enya is this test con. It is better Kennedy is reviving the test con. It is good. Say Kennedy Japan. Me dey Kennedy compare kwa Japan here. Minim dey otu ni fo. Baba bia wa start wa hye den di fiba. Ene ba bia okọ no. It tells you say the future of the test con is bright. Oh yeah test con ya bompa ma Kennedy. And the actual ba wie mu mpan fo nyina o ma yira na pose wa yira ba mia wa yira hwan dey bi pam na Japan minim ba bi onenam we ne obi adwane. Ase bibia si wo kwaye mu. Brefan say bia bofo bia tutu one bi no bi ayira. It takes courageous leaders like in the Japan.
Yes, to come into the picture and say no, we have to salvage the party. We have to make sure I have to die for this particular party. But if you listen to this budget critically, John Dramani Mahama ayadi bi me bona baso. Be sabula sisi obi a wo hwe me bia tie me. Anytime there's change in government ade we normal. Anytime
budget for
oh, let's see. Me say if you look at JJ Rawlings through coup d'etat becomes a military, a democratic, autocratic leader. 92 he becomes a civilian or democratic leader. Go and check the budget from the NPP and the JK4. Ya Osafoma for the Minister of Finance. That's why me could be on go here. Me say sa budget no.
It was a math.
I love the way kono the effort and people bought into it because hey and ya ho tone de time wo ko animu no emre ne kono the true picture will come out. Now when JK4 exited the scene, Owura ni din Eddie John Evans Atamios, the first finance minister ni din Papa Ofri Kumoye friend do for ono so budget to the back single finance ano and no say budget so krom hey I want to aba now the epic one is another Dan Kwaku in 2017 Kenufurata a free senior high school okay a yes a budget 20 year won't be done ano and if you look at budget or mokan and what the malsa man for budget to the year if you look at the components of what budget no more John Mama is working
red blue as obia get
obia no man getting bintia and that was the problem of the NPP. They couldn't identify.
You couldn't see this.
Me say that is the problem of the NPP. They couldn't identify and it went against them. Now what's your budget now? For the first time in the history of Ghana, unprecedented assemblyman John Dramani Mahama who say when it comes to education, go and check. If you look at budget allocation in but BSK Kwakesipano education over 37 billion Ghana cedis.
Nipa ne so ba for education and school feeding program the school feeding program the cost.
Me say I say school feeding move from 1.5 to 2 cedis. The NPP use education as a campaign tool against John Dramani Mahama. How you feel say John Mahama there when it comes to education on pekra.
Yeah.
Omo kai say John Mahama so bo betwam. You know say it means that if you look at the kind of promises and pledges by John Dramani Mahama, our car say a trouble no be we know. Mahama is treading cautiously and Mahama who's be dey do no. He have to set a legacy, not just setting a legacy and also leaving a legacy. Whereby any pan over be taking over to be the flag bearer of the NDC. Will not
so yet secret to me execute here 2028 what will be the NPP campaign message?
And then you bear and then you probably about the flag bearer for the NPP where you might. I'm being factual, I'm being honest. So Mama to me couldn't say dear whereby allocation disbursement to me call and then some all come to me this one lasisi. I'm telling you John Mama will leave a legacy and whoever takes over in terms of campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax.
Any difference almost already betting by you. I am not Mahama chap and the take bet way, bet Africa, bet one wine. Ushafa makwaba at the back channel. So channel din the Solid TV. Messels and then the dikanya. Watch channel. The whom come out unia. Tell a friend about Solid TV. Then subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe and fast was to say the content to ma when sabeka no washing in terms so men pese ubina or be was the amount. So yes, subscribe and own a Solid TV. And some day and namely be a year. President John Dramani Mahama share bosses and I mean what a Ghana for to abamana. Obey levy and I face betting tax at the free ho. And now on a foot to some for so for and I said Nesana Henny a call Ghana may be funo or the aquaco to just say he said levy betting tax no or more air baby at the free. I can't be a man for or more Gandhi to Manto one in Mabawa mucha bed Sir John Dramani Mahama or better so 40 years. Baby so a buying a Dania sa and a city and also with the John Dramani Mahama or quarter abonteno the budget to HS was soon baby. Nyame boa a damn day D anymore on the 15th of March honorable Kennedy Kwame Kumpe Japan or Storm KNUST now on a test comfort aqua bon como sa and commodity with we are what is the implication on test for a say ya to masauram I didn't at this crucial point in Kennedy Japan. What for Tescon at the afternoon? She second Japan can say Tescon form will lead the NPP campaign in 2028. And same way Alpha Breaker when none of pay you in Mel Baba Sumo. Me chamwa ba me ba me come from could hit aquaba.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy.
Mamen koma Franco de Hita Kwaba na ye in free and common. Franco Kwaba.
Shabu Lassis
Franco de Hita.
Lassis who watch you.
Miss who watch it. But that the fool we are 100 chance at the Impacro.
That wouldn't pour per man.
There be.
Me bravo.
Obra.
Canada Jai, Canada Japan.
The president's son of Pamatara.
Canada Pam Mamma. What Pam say I'm a force of 5. Oh, yes. On a Pam chain.
Wow, it's that you come in and see.
What I say, that be also mine, baby, you of African way piano. Who know who this designer? Dana Moko Magziono. It's how we be no share.
To the president shot the same
design casa, but may choose who brand in the same da Kenneth a Japan.
Ne Pam chair
on a Pam chair.
What the target now, Franco, honorable Ken Eba Kumasi Amboa Saturday.
Aye, make up myself.
Okay,
make up
Anna budget no share, we say a Jimpa budget.
Last CC.
Obi say a sem papa budget. And then call pizza and Mabuno Bufasu. The same name the same betting tax a hard unisa.
Last CC.
Now they never to the MP for position. And now me under or say they never implemented the betting tax. But the Mabuno so a hilly a kazi ad nefri.
Misleading. I'll come to it.
Okay.
One a to force no more misleading Ghanaians.
Okay.
Man cannot crunch. And I'll tell you the reason why makers of misleading. To a point, to force what he said was factually incorrect.
Okay.
The papa at the end of the work can deliberate say on cannot correct.
Okay.
Or you're fasting. Some way fasting, Kamuni, and I saw cannot credit. He's also saying the different thing. Besaibu.
Franco Data.
Enra, and I had the opportunity of listening to the budget.
Yeah.
Minyadaji said that the finance minister. But say, open budget back 1 month for attention was so it was this particular budget. Minim se woka George Foreman mo on boxing. Sa Tony Muhammad Ali Mono. Obey so must say Abia the king of the jungle. Or why this is an epic showdown. And if you look at this particular budget,
and I make my private at 1 a.m.
Yes. This particular budget, my friend, the epic showdown. Because OSA now man for attention see was so on this particular budget. It drew baby at 2 forces so start at 10. Now about 10:30, no my people are raising concerns. It drew MPP for caucus meeting in Sanomano. So you could see say a lot of people attention was on this. For the first time, maybe what you so. I can't budget we. Now some man for economists for to even interpret it for them.
Yeah.
And I want you so.
Yeah.
First one I can't budget get to phone now. One red in say or much budget. Hey,
and even some MPP is it a prezi
sticker? And I don't
Obuasi is Obuasi is MPP. Obuasi West. Also prezi Momubuta and say, hey, we over my notice side was yes.
Last season, me say. So we'll share budget critically. Now it's any critically. There is hope for Ghana.
na budget nkata frankly aye sika da ho ne
budget is an estimation. You estimate it is going to be your income versus your expenditure.
So say nyame boa so timi mobilize sa sika we a and ya mesu say meyesi
and then now we been mark as what budget to so be 20 Ghana cedis. Ye free be unforeseen expenses. 20 Ghana cedis na bia wo hia me say bia wo hia me no din was Franco nsema wo kan o ma me re kra ho. Ti me ma say me di 20 Ghana and say ade a me ma Franco 22 cedis. No way you 20 Ghana after answer 2 cedis aba be kan. Ba bia konya skari free de nyama sem. Obani me so aka say da bi me ma say me di 20 Ghana na me di 10 Ghana cedis.
And I say under normal circumstance o can say obedi 20 Ghana.
Yes.
Because we can be secret no want be oba ya no is going to
yes.
Now want
emergency cases yes. So when we say budget, you say akomma sika. Na say akomma nye de bia na bia 10 Ghana cedis. I thought that me catch you crazy when is Canada 5 Ghana cedis. Na for you aduane fa. Oba so catch us miura. And na de aduane no enko enam no enhye da no so me so di mi sa ama me.
Ebi so ka akomma no anso ti mamsika be kan. Ti amko parliament with the supplementary budget.
That's it. And if you look at this particular budget, budget critically, there's a certain kind of hope. There's difference between allocation and disbursement.
Allocation and disbursement.
Allocation in say, Miami Susan Madrid Sabema Austin 10 Ghana.
Timber allocated 10 Ghana cost, you know.
Disbursement, yes.
50 Ghana jobless.
Yes. Disbursement, then say, what this kind of money panel?
My disbursement, Miss Kama Austin. My man 50, my job 50, my friend 50, and my disbursement.
What disbursement? Now, what shall I tell me so? I'm a person who review our petroleum atoms. I don't person who is about physical financial discipline. So, me tell me what you say. Ghana, every budget the air is about 225 million. If I do Milibino, yet me do so many do 400 million. And it's a one niska why just all outside your jurisdiction compared with Siamba, not about a supplement about the person in waiting. But if you listen to this budget critically, John Dramani Mahama ayadibi me bona baso be sabula sisi obi a wo hwe me biatie me ye anytime there's change in government ade we normal
saban for ba
anytime
budget for you pay the pattern.
Oh la sisi me say if you look at JJ Rawlings through coup d'etat becomes a military a democratic autocratic leader 92 he becomes a civilian or democratic leader ofia konyaso no. Go and check the budget from the NPP and the JA4. Ya Osafoma for the Minister of Finance. That's why me could be go here. Me say sa budget no.
It was a math.
I love the word. A kono the effort. And people bought into it because hey, and ya ho tone de time wo ko animu no emre ne kono the true picture will come out.
Ona because unforeseen circumstances that say ebamwa ministries be spending outside their budget.
Okay. And no na woka bi no. Now when J.A. Kufuor exited the scene, Owura ni din Eddie John Evans Atamios, the first finance minister ni din Papa Ofri Kumo ye friend say Adoko Dufo. Ono so budget to the back single finance anoma no. And no say budget su krom hey I want to aba gbuburija. Go and check say tepe. Owura ni din Eddie John Dramani Mahama, the first budget to kan man. Now the epic one is another Danko Akufo-Addo in 2017. Kenu Furiata. A whole free senior high school. Okay. A bias a budget 20 year won't be done as one. So a debut me call me say aqua say or say or more mema Ghana for near ma. Now unza bema your appearance. Your outer appearance is more important. Tiamfan says Shabla share Brady address come on. They want to create a certain kind of impression. Say na dignity and we want to do this or that for you. And if you look at budget or Mokan and what the amounts amount for bodies today they are. If you look at the components of what budget anymore, John Mama is working. But
frankly, I kills out to force say what the you can say Ghana made bag the buy. They will be around the
yes, I then it is irrelevant.
And that's one kind of
it is irrelevant. Obiana me star. Now if you look at the reference Kenu Furiata no free so be kan Bible.
But no white.
E wono so ne de no. Obi so be ka say me ba say bag na ukita na Ghana made handbag we say what is the relevance about this particular thing? Politicians no any opportunity that they will get.
They want to see the show.
One person must still show the bibi mo bia who say yes, no yaba. Edu baby kura makwa ko video bi atama mo ye ne bag ne kra de ama no mo twitwa ya mo de ye. Eno hu nya Ghana fo. The one here Ghana for is about the components. No man a woman out there, bano. Bet me Ghana for.
But frankly, as a budget back where can ya say what kind omo red omo blue as obia
boys get obia aya no man kitin bintia. And that was the problem of the NPP. They couldn't identify
it. Couldn't see this.
Me say that is the problem of the NPP. They couldn't identify it, and it went against them. Right? Now, what's your budget now? For the first time in the history of Ghana, unprecedented assemblyman eba bitu omoka. A allowance.
Yeah.
Allowance per Ghana law a taxable in the electoral tax.
Yeah.
Shabuti minti bida. So my catcher you say, ebia ye assemblyman ewo ebia
electoral area.
What you say? Ne catcher us bosumi aso yan allowance me hu bi pen.
Na sia na assembly no ba be ma obekwa
me check you be benya 1000 Ghana cedis.
Ye ba be kire o se sia de tuya kan tie so. Yes e beto ma e be
1000 Ghana cedis na dey ska eno no woti
wo de call e kura 10 million. Esa go so be tuya 10 million.
Ah, la sisi. Okay. La sisi. John Dramani Mahama in the history of the Fourth Republic, he made a promise and a pledge when he was doing his campaign. Saying Yankupon Yadnas will be the president. Will be making sure that assembly will be to Moka or make allocation for it. Yamona Basso. John Dramani Mahama who say, when it comes to education, go and check. If you look at budget allocation in but BSK Kwakespano, education, over 37 billion Ghana cedis.
Nipa ne so ba be twa free education mu or ba be capitation and school fee people ba be twam and the school fee people ka sika the cost
me say I say school fee they move from 1.5 to 2 cities.
Yeah,
and the John Dramani Mama said they said the free senior high school has come to stay.
Yeah,
because he made a budget allocation for it. Mama who said the commitment and dedication towards education, we should not joke with it. Also, I say first year for more quarter sharing.
Yeah,
they are going to pay for room school fees. So
yeah,
Matches here say we will try school fees, but they are going to refund it for you. One, they are to me, amount from you disabled.
Yeah,
disabled. They are not going to pay. I say they are amount from BBI free you. Disabled for BBI free. So if you look at education sector now, there are a lot of components I call, and John Dramani Mahama catcher say he's going to review it. Now, or Casemiro or Casemiro say a man for a say he is going to review it. Say he's going to abolish or cancel it. I totally agree with him. Omamudi mwati ntimampa MPP for. MPP for shada ko chata de share Mama so ba. He's going to review. Now Abramo yebo kwasi revision.
Yeah.
Abramo yebo ni revision. And Mama say he's going to review it. Review ne person che say either say obedi ma shemu kenama na ya akono. Either so the benzo beti mama the quality on the standard number form. But if you listen to him critically,
say be ma bi wo ha na brabo mo ware ba ko. Poso review na brabo timi ware ba account. Ana say bi otimi ko twempena account. Be ma bi wo so a o yere e wo mpena. O pese o review na brabo wo ja mpena twen no. Serinya review.
Me kan hosting say masa. Entino shabu. If you look at education, Babia John Dramani Mahama, na tension back what is about education. Look at how he's putting resources over there.
Now, Franco, idea na Mahama a committee might into education. Is it because of MP before tagging say we anti-educationist? And I say
two things. Shabla says illiteracy or mind bia when it comes to education. On call for illiteracy. Now do one illiteracy and a rest.
But we saw Mahama first time. How see tackle education.
Mr. Mahama wa kofi yaba. Ghana panke si esuade. Ube di president near show lifestyle na say nye papa. Then mo akwa kwatena fie say wow, tena fie na usua nyansa na usua nyansa na ya mo aba. Now some Mahama kwatena fie for 4 years. The kind of 8 years, the kind of wilderness he went in, and the normal okomo, it has really opened the mindset of John Dramani Mahama.
Yes, so quickly. Afe, omutumisa prime minister be the
aye, me say.
Omunya time the man. Because the country has to move.
Last sisi. And also kwanya over John Dramani Mahama first was send budget take corner. It means there is hope. From where I sit for my Ghana. Now, the reason why attention back education is when they say whether we like it or not, the NPP use education as a campaign tool against John Dramani Mahama. Oma ye feel say John Mahama dear when it comes to education on pekra.
Yeah.
Omo kaya say John Mahama so bo betwam. Ah, you know say teacher for allowance no. You remember 200 and something million for allocation of when it comes to nursery training allowance 400 and something million. Yeah, they it means that if you look at the kind of promises and pledges by John Dramani Mahama, our car say a problem no Mama is treading cautiously, and Mama who's be no, he have to set a legacy. Not just setting a legacy and also leaving a legacy. Whereby any pan of taking over to be the flag bearer of the NDC will not
but frankly, and your mama quite can say or cancel nursing training allowance. Near course na or be cancel or cancel
nipa going to watch.
After all, or no,
me see ni pardon. It is what the same John Mahama catches 2 billion Ghana cedis on Fanko free senior high school. Okay.
Yeah.
When he was the president, or say there ben nipa kufa do kasa no Wimska there ben I forgotten the exact word that
also it's the Wimska promise of a desperate politician.
And we 2 billion and not the 3.5 billion and a kwakwa free senior high school.
But frankly, so a near my Mahama budget. So yet sika to me execute here. 2028, what will be the NPP campaign message?
And then you're bad, and then you probably about the flag bearer for the NPP where you might. I'm being factual, I'm being honest. So, Mama to me couldn't say, dear, whereby allocation disbursement to me call. And in summer or commit to me this one, Lasisi. I'm telling you, John Mahama will leave a legacy, and whoever takes over in terms of campaign, he will just stand on the neck of John Dramani Mama, no any campaign. Because who said the Mama is just shut down or day banner, Lasisi. I couldn't wear. Let me open something for you.
Okay.
If you look at John Dramani Mama,
Franco be but Mame and Camfo Rome Villa Estate, Emma. Munia Bema, Munia Ba, Webruchri. A what breme say unye sika for be sit down e Ghana. Na dan who sit down so e won kran. Na wan hwe ya asase no. Eye wura mu num ane kura asase ba akopɛ. Enta Rome Villa Estate say ne asase na go yi bi ne de. Eye one man, one plot. Na asase de akwan ensuo ene nkane e de abaso. Obi bia ni ho a wato asase e Rome Villa Estate wanya problem da. Oyibi eye between Adenta ane Dodowa. Mesrew. Ne buon so eda form. Oye first payment ya. Ne da asase no kata se meka the side plan and the indenture ne de amount. Utue we na de aso form. For 0592 223386 0592 223386 a room villa at Frank.
Education one is around 37 billion. Health 25 billion. Now if you look at interior ne roads near year 5 billion be a 12 billion. It means John Mahama's attention is on education. Mama attention
because Osha MPP a dear man MPP timber G's Ghana president free. What about education? Free education. Restoration of nurse training allowance, teacher training allowance, and free education. What's the
it tells you that Mama is doing a lot of works over there. Mama, my young baby on my name, Corina, young mama, my name, fun into my pen. So if you look at the kind of figures or day by Sisi and the kind of allocation, I drove my heart for John Dramani. But also have a problem with Mama.
Are they?
One, the budget no kind of Mantesa or agenda 11117. Maybe no so. The NDC wants
to agenda one is your health.
Was it store projects, you know? It would take a minimum of 12 years. A minimum of 12 years and say me every year. And a minimum.
Yeah.
Because we share Kaya Dennis no mana. Now when it comes to education, this free senior high school, when the NDC was doing their campaign, they told every Ghanaian they are going to expand it to the private schools.
Yeah. So
why is it not captured?
I say be the second other budget. Mama, he has
4 years. And I'm me say. So what me I'm such allocation of fund. Edia ma your friend is saying free senior high school, whereby you have even moved from 3.5 billion. And I will make a campaign prominence over. You also talk about private schools. So Okasa, if you take it to his next budget, then he has not also given a fair analysis to more free senior high school now.
I saw one called private school.
What I say, because you told us, say you are going to expand it. And I have a problem with it. Agenda 111. And if you look at it,
yeah,
it's about 95% complete.
95%
complete.
We're not correct.
I won't go
95.
Yes,
percent
complete.
Now you're not president of commission.
And I'm saying MPP as American. Me say, me it was 95% complete.
So why did Akufo deceive Ghanaians at that time?
Meba, me catch us to say. Your commission BB, your commission is no more say and that is why I have a problem with the MPP. So why you are in a commission and could be no problem?
Franco, yeah, zoom say commission hospital there. Can nurse for BBA.
Then now you operationalize. Yeah, young Wajuma. And Mestre, His Excellency John Dramani, yeah, there Ghana for your property.
Yeah.
Yamaya Gimko. Now you make sure.
Who he broke be a massa, a physical kufa about
Lasisi.
Franco hater.
Politics na we should forget about politics of vengeance and revenge. Let's reason and think. The politicians, let them do their politics. But yet, in my mind, we should tell them the truth. We should expose them.
Almost is kind of woman.
My top point in Asbella Sisi. If you look at her, so I eat the Ofori Krumdi.
Yeah.
See, I'm finding say we. Now I'm finding say Paimubia ba wakwa ye would do you wakwa you baby nas one tiapwa. We first came to me nako. If you look at that enclave, so be a yarana say to me the nekowa. Time I didn't quite do take and could be uno, but my genin cow.
Sure.
Nipa who also bow him and this in only Debbie. And to Masre. Now there should be a roadmap, especially by maybe 95%, 92%. No, you look at the community. We might budget allocation for it. 19 million from free. Now, Shabula says, John Dramani, Mama Chem saw your Bema.
Or Bema?
Yes.
And the first know your bar.
Mama Chem say, he or your beer, or the courage and the boldness to make sure Sadibu will beat me.
Okay.
Make I set time and NDC area campaign.
Okay.
And the time they were in opposition, or catch us over some nuisance taxes be omitted their free.
Okay.
To the NPP, maybe a new nuisance tax.
Okay.
To make what I say, maybe the NPP a new nuisance tax.
Okay.
Don't Dramani Mama. There are some taxes. I your mama and then in sack. And Yanko point out parliament to approve it. Near get to the sack taxes and new firm free. I don't know your mama, my dream. Not all politicians are liars.
And yet, I'm on your phone, you know, kind of correct.
The second coming of Mama, I might have problem with him, Miss Ora, and I might have issues with him in Sanomano. But when it comes to this particular budget, the kind of promise that he made to Ghanaians, the man is delivering on it. And I'm going to tell you one thing.
It's a tax ben once and
Lasisi,
Franco.
The NDC was very smart and very strategic.
Okay.
Nipo here research the momo, and he gave them campaign promises. Say Nipano, say so much Chinese mood. Do you know why? Yes, identifying the problem is part of the solution. Now I'm a catch was a Ghana. Or more voters register. It is between 60 to 65%. It a youth.
Yeah, but 62% of
yes
the Ghanaian voters are youth.
And it's a we make sure so to know we come. And if we're able to capture them, why we near Bano? If you listen to the manifesto, watch the manifesto of the NDC carefully. It tells you, they were able to identify the needs and the challenges of the youth. They wanted to address it.
Youth, no programs.
Yes, they wanted to address it. And now they are trying to offer solutions to this kind of problems. NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is the politician who was also self-fighting against NPP policies. Mate. Said Drew by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and I want to read it for you, Shabla Sisi. Mahmoud Bawumia catches when it comes to sports betting, and it's an omana. They are going to make sure that Shabla Sisi obey the free.
Okay.
Now, yes, Shabla Sisi. Bawumia promises to abolish e-levy and betting tax 19th August 2024, 3:24 microsecond PM. Now, listen to this. Now, Drew baby, now MPP for now fixed. Because you know it is giving them revenue, but it is making them unpopular.
To cause them their power.
Scanner their OJ, but them why unpopular. So the NDC was very strategic and smart. Eka say there are some taxes we humble be free.
Okay.
One is about the betting tax.
Okay.
Now, so critically, me say already in the at force and eka say. Now they will abolish the lottery, the 10% withholding tax on lottery and sports betting. That's somehow misleading.
Why?
And I'm going to explain to you. Lasisi,
Franco data.
We a Ghana Revenue Authority.
Okay.
We now on here say ye ba sa lottery act in this anomaly.
Yeah.
Now I say practice note on taxation of gross gaming and revenue and winnings from lottery operations under the Income Tax Act 2015 Act 896 as amended.
Okay.
Now that year amendment practice note number practice note number DT lottery/01/2023. That year was date of issue the 5th of June 2023.
Okay.
Now Shabla Sisi
Franco.
Sports betting.
Okay.
Sports betting is not an isolation. Sports betting and your isolation from the lottery.
Okay.
Now, the mother one and the lottery,
Okay.
components are akano. A business sports betting.
Okay.
And it's all could be one say you have abolished or you want to cancel 10% on lottery.
Okay.
Now stand the sports betting become a misleading.
Okay.
Say Bianca say you want to abolish or cancel 10% withholding on lotteries. Lotteries.
Yeah.
No, on sports betting could be any problem. Now I want to read something for you. Let's see. Wait, a practice of note of taxation, Ghana Revenue Authority, on winnings from lottery operations. And I say definition of terms. Or say for the purposes of this practice note, lottery operations. So lottery operations, you know. Lottery operations, you know. Now the lottery operations is the mother.
Yeah.
Components.
Yeah.
That makes the lottery friends operations.
Yeah.
So, what's the lottery operations include sports betting.
Yeah.
Casinos, remote of interactive games, marketing promotions, national lotto betting, private lotto betting, and other games of chance. And it's all turning critically. A child say the big name and the lottery, no.
Okay.
Components I can't no. Emmanuel lottery, no, and yes, sports betting.
No.
And the map, a corporate who can say they have never implemented or initiated anything called sports betting. Our non person or can say is about that lottery, no, but it's not true. And I'm just saying, at the force in Diana, and you misleading. And so, one hour, I want to be a sector minister for finance. And that's why China, a minister for finance at the presidency, no. Now, can you due diligent? So the thank you. Because baby at force in free ban, he is trying to mislead Ghanaians. So why not doing so person who read the components and that's how lottery your friend is saying lottery operations.
The mother ten lottery.
Thank you.
Lottery.
Thank you.
National Lottery Authority.
Thank you.
And a sporting bet,
yes.
You cannot register under them.
Thank you. And now I make come say you were 25 friends saying
games and the lottery.
Yes, 25 operations. There were 10 casinos online, 15 casinos landed. Yeah. And a child say and only party team or two and it's by you for nature. So what's something critically? But be at to force a free ban. I am misleading.
Okay.
So Uncle Ka say, be a 10% withholding on lotteries. And the we dear through the Uncle be no problem. But some the sports betting become what then means the NPP was charging us on two things.
Okay.
Minister so make out here. And to put any critical and shabla sisi. Sana kokoye.
Okay.
Now I mean under so there be western assembly.
Okay.
Or western assembly.
Oba say they've never implemented a betting.
And tell me catch what say. A one anke so much and so catch and semura. As some now can is a total deviation of what you are saying. There be assembly so nyabotre. Uzra me catch or say. Kofiado catch them assembly nyabotre. Omo ani jeburu so bebreba you have issues. Omo ubufu bebreba you have issues. The man was in a rush to come and give us an information, but his information was misleading.
But frankly, I mean under wanye na adwen pa say Obabet at Tumfutregu anymore. Though, as a finance minister, when himself sporting betting, there's tax that's why a mabunim pet even Bomia will be year. Yes, Moko ye, I Mumaka boy. Now, the kind say you never implement that's gonna and
I make catch or say, and I make assemblance when yabutre. Now, Opera one. Baby did them, Baby to miss and dear default.
Because I know the Cremoni part and I can make a biano. Because some not kind, but frankly, for he was specific. Said, and I make a frankly, he was on specific. He didn't even mention Lotto. What we never implemented better.
And I'm saying misleading. And you're not correct. That's more kind of factually incorrect. And
I know I said that's over.
It's either two things. It's either a deliberate and then deliberate. Nature because a be a deliberate. And they say, now if you look at the NPP. The NPP told us they are going to cancel 10% on sports betting.
Yeah.
At that time, I know all cast ask them no. Now says can away. I want to ask the special prosecutor, per what this man is saying, if it is true, say initiative is Kabia into Escabia, and you see Kabia. And that's what I make I want to say. What's here under
you told Muchano?
Mebati. Me say, and I'm going to read it to you. Lasisi. Okay. Idea we or say. or say pay out. Where you acting on the core parliament, or say pay out. Pay out means the total of money or the value of the price paid to player or punter at the end of each betting, gaming and any game of chance. This includes the value of stake, bet or wager bonuses, free wins. Natiha. Shall also sports betting and sports betting, remote interactive games or other games. Pay out at the end of the game or cash out. During the game, less the value of the stake or bet or wager. And then, open your bet, no. Ebia bet and say, oh, I bet 10 matches. Near finance or mabo bay 8 matches. Now some more cash out, that's uyi. Maybe I can initial and come near 20,000. And they are cash out no you 10,000. So they are going to charge 10% on it.
No, 18,000. And I say, what's me this 50,000 or met it.
And American.
And almost here, ever seen a comment of it.
What him say? I did with they implemented it in 2023. In August. We implement it. Ghana buying 15 million Ghana cedis 1 month. To discuss 150 billion cedis. And what he and there 3 August in ever basic December. Here what the next accounting period no. Scan come is 60 million Ghana cedis. To discuss 600 billion.
Now the kind you never implemented it.
And you are deal.
The internet is this kind.
What say?
Internet is
this. So it means a problematic. And this can I more tier we into Mkoji camera. But what I mean under you say. Enter make sure say as some of papa kind to force and kind I am misleading. But papa so nyabotre. If you buy no cash a bad lotto and no breaking it down. Says lotto ni sa money is under the lottery operations. And me some private lotto any government lotto no ye twakra na sa wudi bia ye news ka I'm making an example.
But Franco lotto asema o kano se o se the entire lotto no ambe issues bebre ni say lotto your banker to banker. And people even prefer banker to banker than the government one. Government one on the machine channel. Government one udipe there's 10% also. It's a good betting. But because of Salotuno, the youth are not engaged on Salotuno.
Ghana, your film could statista. GMT was saying. Or more research, pedia research, 41.7 Ghanaians are into sports betting.
Yes.
You're checking Nipa bet 13 million. 948,000 Nipa bet.
Out of the Nipa
Ghana
34 million.
In 2024. Statistical survey said we've grown by 1.34%. 1.34% is around 34 million. Ghana, nipe chabet. Me say man ne chabet ema.
Na Franco, me say.
And man ne chabet.
Me nim lady B. Franco. Obetimi ama correct score na match we ebeye. But lotto no Franco. Obi obaka lotto bia na sika bia there's no 10% tax on your boy. O we ne pe omete. But because of say Lotto, majority of Ghanaians are engaged to the banker to banker, and the banker to banker who do your training now. I'm on Skebi Quad. But that's why I'm paying for you to name pet. Let me be honest here. Lotto, Ucha M say 100 series here. I'm so bad as a 20,000. As the 20,000, 20,000, Ucha two numbers here. It's about 20,000 or 20,000. But betting, over in the 100 series, I could be 50,000, be the 100,000. One Ghana. And the amount you to know, much
and 5 Ghana cinemas made be 2 billion.
Yes. Lot to be an about me 2 series. I got this point. I say, I wanted dear. Let people almost touch it betting. So
because there's no government in Ghana that can increase sports betting tax. Withholding tax.
Yes.
No government. Don't try. Don't dare.
Is that Franco?
Don't dare.
Is that now come and say dear Mahama Franco. It's education wow or investor or watch it on that one. Franco 2028 say MP before could have platform so now this vocal youth to say omba must have betting tax about MP has no
say MP for class young boys on matter
so they never implemented it
now west on matter say they never implement it is never ever true or can say lotto operations in there no implemented the anka biana be yadwin. But whereby you pick out a component, and say you never implemented and initiated it, you never collected any process from it is wrong. Factually incorrect. Factually incorrect. Oh, we are in NPP for the Samba Bonte. Nah. Oh, man, I'm a say. Oh, then what? Omunya problem me. Got trouble. So when you year. Nice money on pen once a me.
Is it a year now? Another planner.
That be Boama, your friend be Boama.
Or constituency bay.
Oh, Kraho. Okay, say, Hona Babasa Dick, or Babasa Dick is a war in here. A co-creative. Oh, nice man, Bisa. And now, on our show, Casa, Franco, where they cannot cry. I am not from the buy.
Yes, Franco, not a call baby.
And I'm expecting Under to come out to render unqualified apology and say, I wanted to say, look,
but Franco, here's a video number.
Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Because say the new detail no work. That's a person or divert the man for attendance from the budget nana.
Nipa die. And from so will be a Ebi atama obano no when you bri so and to attention ko bibi so maybe you are being carried away emotionally sentiments
and that's a where budget as a budget
really go am asem na make no ayi o wa kra ho Patrick Boama and he was explicit, he was emphatic. Say Ghana from fanche maybe I are not from the buy and he says onim say we this kind of 10% difference so this anoman. And I don't know where the former minister was coming from any side no. But there back also a message at to force him to also come clear. He should also come clear. When it comes to
this, you to know anya a fall for to force you know.
Now not you. Yeah. What Jimba yourself better no. And now that is taking effect, master. It's never ever true.
To get incredible.
I don't know. I know they are going to lay the bell in Parliament.
Yes, almost discuss it. Budget discuss.
It should be backed by law. It should be backed by law. Where they are cried their way. Say NPP for crackers or Montana and this for almost 188. They should not dare delay this. That's what making they say they should not dare.
Champion League ni twemu.
La sisi, they should not dare delay this. So many abre pass as some maka no. O many abre wo ho. Say amani abre some person mi sa 10% ni free wa. Animu ya.
But frankly, ohwa adio. A man for na enim so mutwa bet no. E call CPs see ye ne man for edin common. Obi ampanifo na betting tax how mo ka franco.
So for nya twa bi azimpanifo.
Is franco.
Me say asofufo nya twa bi. Me say the betting it is the biggest congregation in Ghana. Papa Juma was to be the youth don't was an bet. Our leaders should bow their head down in shame. All I see is every bet you take it to be a hobby.
Yeah.
One funny say, hey, you'll be a Juma.
Be Saturday.
When I catch us Saturday. Obi to Mrs. Shabet is here 1 hour best answer chef floor. Mamo Jaco Consul Mudano. It's not so red. So more bona. So we're quite green. Yeah. But you want to moja somewhere. We want to nipan quickly.
Or she shall
for. Me say go and check. Majority of the youth are doing sports betting because why? Na ba ko ba ni friend aviator. Aviator no plane ni nipa otum otim. And then maybe a plane ni tu akọ.
And I say sunya na akọ bi the master sika 7.2 billion.
And bet
no musa also aviator na.
Bet is menim say won bi de akire o. Opa ma sha bi so bi ma o sika sia se fato o ma no. And read this carbe kwa kotwa bet.
They said the omni say. So ma 200,000. What DJ say. When ya be a 400,000 what 200,000 akoto na for there. Enti eno so na de kokuru mu ba.
Yes. Me ko Europe da. Me ko America da. But I don't know the betting rate over there. But I see, Krobia, there's a lot of employment, you know. Amount for attention said I'm coach chasosa.
Debbie. So what you may
Krobia unemployment rate was no. And none amount for ebaso. So
frankly, why there's majority of the populace are not employed and the insecurity.
Thank you.
So be anyone Franco say, yet you'll be a siabon say, near the coolsia own press cool. And Sante say, a cow be owning to man, not a be your grass.
What I say.
And you know, say a Juma Nima, Sanime, and the for almost a betting by you. I am not Mahama Chap, and a tea bet way, bet Africa, bet one wine.
Me say the boys in the CG betting.
From Jamba Thursday, Saturday, on our weekend air bar tech. me be koso ba mame enkanfo Ella Vista residents Emma adofo a mo Ghana adofo a mo abruchiri Ella Vista residents ewo enkran achemota ebe petroleum na esanso achemota petroleum but ebe ma 7 park no Ella Vista resident ye wo 2-bedroom apartment and a studio rooms ye de ma for both long and short stay for both long and short stay say bia akonya o kanchima bi na say bia o ba be di na kakra bi wo ho a sa 2-bedroom ho and a studio room so ana wo so afura brocha ba e bia o person be twa be say 2 weeks bi mo to ko fie ana say bia o be your business bia bia so kwa bia ho bia atio Ella Vista resident e wache motor petrol be ma 7 park no e siye e daye mesi yen kania no ECG for ji omo dia ne plant so eje tiaso and the security so e 24/7 for 0542359260 0542359260 e Ella Vista resident ma men cha menua na nada bank wa dwenu hunti na the Ella Vista resident Franco Solid TV from anopana the 10 you better transmit it live.
Oh, okay.
Say nuntina I see you this la pen new one about you. Fine.
Oh, fine.
Tiambo Saturday.
And men chop papaya.
Yeah, tia no gidi. And the new cameras be about Saturday.
Hey.
Yeah, and from crane to crank.
Now one year a friend saying preparation for item 13.
Oh, they said they only see you.
Item 13 o mamunye du pa.
Na onim say I omo say kende Japan. Obi ani na chi no. Saturday obi an behwe.
Obi mi say bi.
Aya mo so na kende Japan kran na di na chi na oni MPs oni Saturday they should come.
Hey,
Saturday they should come.
Another showdown na.
Me say ya be mo showdown. Showdown papa na fede mo Saturday. Ona matare ne manfa ba. Mo shirt bi wo ho. A man for place order. Can 2028.
Hey. That's easy.
Oh, say that no. Yeah, names are grown near you. And I free year you must say. Omo de bo 2028. We can't show almost say. Yeah, they acquired the kind of crab.
But me what to kwaya as I'm telling ganju. Oh, eh wiase mompa mre ni nkaso.
Ne be de dia kaso.
Wa wo hwem ne bia mo ba muda. Wa ba mani muda. In life, everything happens for a reason.
Na say Kimpaluta nyum no waja abo ana. O sisi
maintain na punka. Unipa na po we.
Oh na po enu achi mi hu no TikTok.
So okoyi.
Man so no say to say as a old video must circulate also o tu kwan bi aba.
Hey,
na pusi aba o mi so agije na ayi kokko so akogye subunani.
Wana agije hwan?
Ba o mi.
Agije hwan?
Na po.
Na po ni mom na agije ba mi ana sa ba mi. Na wo twi be na aka ne sa no.
Oh.
Ba mi ande oloko no mo hyedam bia. Obo mpo be dum abobi kura tie na po.
Enye na ye ba me na ko born na pudin so men reanimate ko bi nse se
aso make nyanti onum mom die ahoye na koma mu die o wadwen papa so kwa akofo na po aba so mra meboa no mu break the 8 but sana onim se nipa na okwa akofo ne de na ba no nipa ne kura be kana to amrama hwie na tiasa ne tedi agune so what's wo man ajeje wan
Franco yes
na poni mom na aje asaba na okay
se ho be hu mpotwa
lasi
na potin baby no obi nim se na potin
what say what in the
baby no obi nim se na
na post what one he was also too desperate to become the vice president
wa mun de akobeko
meba edu kroma said akoye concocted BNI story ebe ka say BNI fa ba ye de ben save mu wie no o mus oh e politically motivated and na po ama de ben no man can be sa obeti say Ashanti region chairman fo nya akosia nipo be di ma bom ma break the 8 e na po wo no ma beka na po wo no ma beka na po tell me one positive thing from Napo in this campaign
na po ama ka bo be 28 na po last kan waka bo me 28 ka Ashanti ko mo nto aba ba me kro for ko nto aba nti
asema na so kan sa last season. What are you telling me this
Busa say?
David dey na catch no.
Busa say.
Eju be so check
the 5 northern region. Ashanti region to aba. Eastern to aba. Napo is an account candidate. So all the account constituency.
It is never ever true.
Napo never ever true.
Napo ya kani, but being a strong one in a strong base no in the history of the NPP. Or mountain power any 65% that.
We won in we won in Eastern. We won in
anyway.
Eastern region
NPP see a poor about Ashanti region now below 70% what fail if you want to win power what fail
Ashanti region man NPP more than 30 seats
la sisi
Baumia
when Napo was coming, how many seats are now NPP for?
Baumia Krum.
I'm asking you.
Baumia Krum. MDC for
when Napo was coming, NPP for how many seats was Ashanti region?
Number 42 at the 43.
What's that?
42 at the 43.
And no man lose as many as 7 seats. They are still contested 3 or 4. As many yekano.
But Osha,
I mean, besides
MPBC, your war.
Napoba.
Ashanti required 40
Napoba. Now the new patriotic party, in terms of percentage, they are 71%. Remember, in
the party.
Now there's some African in say. Now when I say Asavaji, tell me the impact of Napo in this kind of elections.
What's it?
I don't know we need deliberator now. I don't understand what trip your man for answer then I win and
make your man for me.
I said
and tell about me say or quite a far northern region. Northern region called Upper East called Savannah called
Lasisi
Franco
NPP. And me to 2 regions to win elections. NPP only to me to 2 regions. I win elections. Of course, for me, or a train on their winning elections. But we almost
with an account candidate, but not a northerner.
Lasisi
Franco hater.
That's not me catch. Me say, baby and a ponifi. A yeni krum. Yes, was saying Filmensia. And then the problem we need a lot of votes for the NPP. Nominal in terms of percentage. How many votes no they buy? In the history of the NPP, I want to buy more any 65% kwa Ashanti region.
And then the poor could be a 40%. I am the poor.
Napo
40%.
Okay, convince me. I'm listening. Convince me.
Dientia may convince so make change him say. Na MPP a party because one MPP obi anim say it's an account party. Si de bia o see hu say ye leader no ye flag bearer is an account. Na bia ko fa nod na aba be running mate. Ye hu say o mako chinchim nipa bi sa e de another ba be di anim. So na po kram na o mu say askan fo hu say da bi ya omo de nua ba bata na yesese bi anim kwada fata kani ye nto kakra ma no ana mo to bi ma no.
With this your analogy, I totally disagree. Highly disappointed in you in this kind of analogy.
Frankly, you ask me here. Baumia na oye semuni no. Aye expert say here in 92. Do adubu ahianya. Ba Ashanti get to abama no. Oba 2008 ya. We 96 ya. Kufu anya. But Ashanti retoma no. Nanado 2008 wa win Eastern retoma no. But oko Baumia 2024, the 5 northern region follow flat. So the candidate ni home kwa anto abama no. Aya de bia Franco. Aya na one kan you. Anya flag bearer to abama no. Aya the flag vice president no. Aya the flag bearer ne to abama no. So they didn't see an account person.
Sometimes the running mate effort complements the effort of the flag bearer. They get a lot of results. Go and now what that occurs I mean you know. A man for being who say Chairman's about more than a fallacious animal, a fake name. Go and read a certain kind of free chapter. Almost say the utterances and the comments of Napo affected the new patriotic party. When I make a moon, research you.
He live in the affected new patriotic party.
Member. As some year can ye move from E-levy.
Okay.
And I'm here cast, Mr. Mihuna Poacher, me ten and catch it. Or never I'm a tom catch it. And I say Yana Pokra and I say Baumia Jin Subrani Cocoso. Cocoso Jan Subrani. Say what I see. Open the Pabakawa, Hama Mood Baumia Pa and a poop.
Baumia Hano.
Let's see, Beba. Baumia had his problem. Pathological liar. Agreed. Nipa bakoso bo be wesen no kura de man is napo. Do you believe say anka ye osay ye wadu tunu na running mate anka they going to get 65% in the Ashanti region
and they be aka omenya be 70.
What say
come be 70.
Say MPP for nya 77% whereby napo is their running mate no nya 77 and omunya ye friend say e bia eastin ho kakra ka ho enya no de ho ba ko bi ka ho a can I make catch e bia anka the table has stand
frankly flag bearer no. They were expecting an account candidate.
Who was expecting an account?
The Ashanti region, the traditional NPP supporters.
Let's agree to this. The new patriotic party went to an election, whether suppressing the will of the people or not, brought in a candidate. And almost Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. The biggest mistake Baumia did was whereby he enabled Napo to be his running mate.
Then Charles said the biggest mistake the NPP as a political party took was to elect Baumia as the flag bearer. That's the biggest mistake.
What him say nada. Say Bianca NPP for Kotuaba. And the running mate. Bianca na put me running mate.
na ka ne de ko to aba na ka to aba finchi na ka ba me bet na fa bela
mami nga sanyi unim say ye ko to aba sa anka ni nkonkoye sa
tabi
but yan hwade now if you look at Professor Jane so man kwan ko to aba no mudi no
tabi
but she came in to be the running mate obia with the efforts of this particular woman in the central region meboa so obia hu ye sa so na aba Ashanti region the home base the stronghold for the new patriotic party whereby they have a vice presidential candidate is coming from the Ashanti region 3 terms or 4 terms an MP, an education minister who was a cabinet minister, an energy minister who was a cabinet minister. Yes, a party one of the most popular people they brought him from Ashanti reason here. Yes, the MPP first one come say Mahmoud Bamia vote from the northern part, no. None of point votes no from the Ashanti part, and as the Akan enclave at the bomb. I want to ask.
Did Bamia the northern also bring that the northern vote? Meet you.
No. If you look at already the Edina Poa, one of the didn't crab a card, there no be a recipe for a bomb.
Franco Yamba said the honorable can about tech. Or say test conform the lady.
Something I say me catch it. Me say test konakwa is a football academy. What she show team ni e kama. Nasa players you use it to feed your team A. Whereby a be a jobless born number 9 but when for betono cannot person ye be binti sa dia unko to play ma then you put be the bar then you blend the more experience no more any experience gradually inexperienced people will get experience and they will move forward. My culture say open political party ba kuma na nke so more attention come for from test conformity so it should be the NPP.
But why should Kennedy Japan be warning himself at this point because your contest wanya and a party what the party
na no tie catch him say John Mahama appointment oye. Mahama appointment oye and if you watch it carefully he's thinking about the future of the NDC and the future of governance for the NDC. Mahama is able to identify young guys, give them bigger portfolios. Say be a chance will be a crony wa won't be to come him. John Evans Atamas Anya he has given us a precedent. Say in 2009 Okuja Twabla Kwanom Ejenim Boatimi Omanebo Amamone Sanko Foni Nano. He brought them into the picture. Today, some are cabinet ministers, sector ministers. Or more be 45 years. Be young people who are be Odomakwakwakoshe. MPP Fonia Brea. Abai Fakabo Mune Sanko Foni, they came from the Tescon. Give to a war more sense of watchemo. They but Sanko from free Tescon Mubai. They are also betraying the Tescon. Monfree Tescon Mubai. They are also betraying the Tescom. Monsieur do baby to sacra the fresh Tescom from paying for some mamma, and a Tescom for cry program. Nisika Baba Oma. And this is Sikanaba or Nankasabas I could tell you. Aquacoye. Go and check. A lot of people will joining the 10 back at you say, oh, here, NDC for fast or mobile, paying for program, it gives them a certain kind of motivation, say they should join the team. Ben MPP. Open for back when MPP form when you shake crack Tescom for.
Include supporter Kennedy Japan or revive Tescon.
I include to my crowd as a my so charitable. Nkwasi Juma pa say yem for you to know especially particular enya is this Tescon. Now me say and I will continue to say this. A leader should be someone who should be able to identify the needs and the challenges of the people and address them. These are the future leaders for the new patriotic party. Kennedy, I chat 10 years on to me pay campaign. On to me. And now the such a man called to feel. But he's talking about MPP. So more man a succession plan and fund to work and can the NPP CPP. Bibia Kwame Nkrumah wuyi and obet nipa ba ku CPP ni ba ku ebi eso na ebi ni
akoko teaching yes akoko achini kura no yes and akoko teaching akoko so ote osono so
kai obi ehun san nkofo mi enu wo hwa obi be ka jo se me papa mo na di CPP ba ye na ya ajantoa your mama ba no command position no to Jubilee House wa jai CPP ni dia to but
say CPP ni no pen ko mai kwaku ba ko
ona
and the kwasi prat no akoko a okura chini ana kwaku ba ko so ye akoko a wote osono so
nanka Kwame Nkrumah for die muni UP nya kakadabe mo ana mse UP fo ye nipa bone fo timi kwato bombu nya de titi
kungugu se de
what I say omse JB dan kwa mo ye nipa bone ni buzia wonom ko nya kakasa ye den That's another question. See, beside you. And it's about media. My Kamesia Kabim. Yanko Ponya Adoma Saturday. It is better Kennedy is reviving the Tescon. It is good. Say Kennedy Japan is revive the Tescon virtual one day. Runde na emiya. And kwaya brewa party don't benya bibi ka credit. Omokwa akotwaba. Na mpanyimfo bi say they have tampered with the album. Obi nipa ba ko timi kode 10,000, 12,000. So answer my twaba ma shaibula CCO. Yes, Nkrofon album has been tempered and temporary and and these are young guys. They have shown commitment, dedication, and sacrifice for the party. This is the time you have to reward them. Shabu, media credit compare quite upon you. Minimum do 24. But by beer was started was shut in the fever and by beer all corner. It tells you said the future of the Tescon is bright. Oh yeah, Tescon ya bompa Kennedy. And you try by you point for you know my ira. Na pose wa ira ba me wa ira why dey biem. Come na Japan minim ba bi on nam we ne obi adwane. As a bibia si wo kwaye mu. Then find say bia bofobia tutu money bi no bia ira. It takes courageous leaders
like in the Japan.
Yes, to come into the picture and say no, we have to salvage the party. We have to make sure we have to die for this particular party. There be ameka. Shabla sisi adia e fene so ba kokra to them. Na wo man kasa e hwew. O mati ebia wo ho a ulman ba yentwa Delta airline ma wo. Ulman yentwa kele ma wo. Kotra boche jojo. E ma hu se man na wo ne so ba mfaso de ma wo. The Tescon you know, I said him be feed the mainstream of the new patriotic party. Almost one yamiadum they pass through the ranks and files of Tescon, you know. Almost 2 many Tescon for they should give them resources and energize them, motivate them, and tell them, say, Tescon with my friend, you put their friend. Saturday, dear, what's a better transmit life? With them, the so one papa nim communie, one papa, and nim communia, mimim do bet me. But we won't say, okay, Elijah, or say, I need a double portion of your anointing. A double portion.
For the day, Franco, the hater, Miss Within the Shabula, see fast, Dama Austin, by one job bless. You wish you have